Hello, this is Jake Kelly from Shallgraves Magazine at Wizard World 2019. I'm with two of the original Ninja Turtles, both Party Dude and the guy who does machines. You guys want to introduce yourselves?
Hi. That about wraps it up, doesn't it? There you go. Cowabunga, dude. All right.
You want to say who you are?
So, I'm Townsend Coleman, and I'm the voice of Michaelangelo. Yeah.
And I'm Barry Gordon. I'm the voice of Donatello.
All right. You guys have been in voice acting for a long time, playing a series of characters over years. But it's very interesting to me that you two constantly play characters that are very towards your personality and the same type of personality. Where Barry plays the intelligent, like nerdy characters. He's been playing a monster in Real Monsters named Nerdy Monster. And you often play the jokey, fun like characters. Is there any reason you guys like playing those characters so much?
Well, I think the question would be, why are you cast for those kinds of characters? Yeah, I think it's when you get an audition for something that is closer to who you are, it just comes out more naturally.
That's right.
So it's easier to just be you, and that shows, in the auditions, and I think that helps us land parts for sure.
I think so. I mean, every actor plays aspects of themselves, and that's how they actually get the role. But I think, with me, although, I have had roles like Junior Snark was not intellectual at all. He was a bit of an a-hole. But anyway, the character was. And inky, and, so some of the characters I did weren't. But I tend to get cast that way, especially live action. I tend to get cast as, lawyers, judges, people, cerebral people type.
And I got to play a couple of jerks, which was sort of fun.
You did?
Yeah, Sentinel Prime on Transformers Animated was a real jerk,
right.
and Riot on Gem and the Holograms was a real jerk. But I've gotten to play the fun, goofy characters too, of course, like Michaelangelo and the Tick, of course, way over the top. Yeah.
Another question is, I was just talking to Barry about this actually. You guys worked together for so many years on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and then you guys kind of fell out of touch and rediscovered each other through Talking Tunes with Rob and Cam.
Exactly.
Is there any story about, like, how did you guys feel coming back together and everything like that? Like, forming this friendship, brotherhood-esque thing?
It was like we'd never not seen each other.
Exactly.
It was unbelievable. We went out, we had dinner, and had a ball, and then we went and did Talking Tunes with Renee and Peter and
Sue Blue.
And Sue Blue, that's right. And then, I started to get calls saying, they want all 4 turtles at a Comic-Con, and I never dreamt of doing that.
Right.
But I just thought, heck, 4 of us on the road, let's do it,
Yeah.
And so whenever they want all 4, I'm there because we're having a great time.
Yeah, it was exactly the same for me. When we went out to dinner that night, it was because the last time we saw each other, the 4 of us really was probably in '97 or so when we stopped doing the series.
That's right.
And then we went out that night to dinner, and we had such a blast. And it was as if it had been only a week since we'd seen each other.
And now, like Townie and I, we're doing theater in L.A. We go see each other's shows.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw Cam's one-person show that he did.
Right.
It's
really rekindled
it
our
really has,
our friendship.
And we've amazingly bonded doing this. So.
Yeah.
Another thing is, you guys were kind of the first 4-person TV show where you guys made the Turtles. Now, the comic books came out, and then they decided to make the 1980's TV show.
Right.
And you guys kind of all gave the Turtles personalities and voices. Now they're kind of all the same with the, like, goofy for the children.
Yeah.
But you guys kind of defined it. How does it feel knowing that you launched this way of animation where we had to have, like, Battletoads or, like, Alley Sharks or everything like that, where it had to be team things?
Right.
Yeah. That's interesting, yeah. Were we the first doing that?
Well, Jacob says we were, so we must have been. Yeah.
I thought Scooby-Doo had 4, but maybe not.
I guess you could say Scooby-Doo did, but like you guys were like the crime-fighting team.
Well,
like a team.
yeah,
Yeah, like a
the
team.
team,
Yeah,
yeah.
for sure. Well, I mean, it's fantastic, and especially the older that I get, and looking back at the history of this franchise, and to know that we were the original ones. I mean, because I loved, so many of the iterations of the Turtles that have come out since, but to have been the first and to have been, a series that was a decade in the making, it was significant, almost 200 episodes. And yeah, it's a very cool feeling to know that this franchise is now bigger than ever. We were there at the beginning.
Yeah, you guys keep making returning appearances throughout each new iteration of the series.
Well, we did a couple of times in the 2012
in the
series, and those crossovers. Yeah.
Right.
Somebody actually asked me if we were going to do a crossover with the new version.
Oh, really?
The Rise of the TMNT. Yeah.
Well, we have to talk to Rob about that.
Right, because he's the voice director.
He's directing it.
on
Yeah,
it.
right.
So, which would be interesting. I think
Yeah.
it'd be
Would
fascinating.
you guys be down for that?
Totally.
Heck yes.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Sure.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever thought about switching turtles?
You mean like I would be Donatello and Barry would be Michaelangelo? Well, I know that Cam has thought about it because originally Cam and I, we didn't know, which of us were going to be Michelangelo and Leonardo.
Right.
And I just got the roll of the dice, and that's the way it stayed for all these years. But I know Cam was kind of bummed that he didn't end up with Michelangelo instead of Leonardo. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's all that we need. This is Jabe Kelly with Barry and Townsend saying, see ya.
All right.
Cowabunga!
Turtle power, baby.